Hey guys, welcome back to another garden tour. This is nearing the end of July, so things are starting to get ready to harvest. Just recently we did harvest some zucchinis, and I'll show you a picture throughout the tour. If you haven't already, go ahead and hit that subscribe button and give the video a thumbs up. Alright, so over here, our spaghetti squash. As you can see, it's really growing. It's all over the garden now. We can't really mow properly anymore without possibly damaging them, so it's growing quite a bit underneath them. But there's actually some squash that are actually growing on there. So as you can see in here, there's a squash right there, and there's a small one in there. I did see another one here the other day. Yeah, so right here, got two more here. Over here, butternut squash, not doing as great, and we actually think it's because of the shade. Corn's coming along, same thing, it's got shade. Tomatoes, well, they've grown nice and big. There's a few here that I'm going to show you. So if you look in here, some nice big ones in here, and in the corner here also. All kinds of other ones everywhere. And I like the other side. Let's move on over there. So from this side here, you can actually see there's quite a bit in here. Down here it's pretty great. And overall, all the tomatoes are doing really well. And if we keep going this way here, the onions, I mean, some of them are pretty massive. Actually, if I go zoom in towards them, so as you can see, there's some pretty nice sized ones there. They're a lot bigger than the red ones. Alright, so over here at the peppers, remember that one pepper we were constantly looking at there? This is it here. It's getting good size. Some of the other ones are starting. There are a few on the other side. Let me just go around and show you guys. Alright, so on the other side here, you see there's a nice sized one in there. There's two in there actually. And right here, a couple more here. Another one back there. And even behind them, cucumbers. They're growing quite well. A lot of flowers. Along with those flowers, you can actually see cucumber here. Another one there. There was a few more right here. See them on the other side there. Alright, over by the pole beans, they're actually starting to grow. It's looking good. Let's check these ones out. I mean, there's a lot of them everywhere. Now over here, going a little backwards now, we got the Brussels sprouts. I'm going to try and zoom in here and show you guys. So you see these little balls? So that's all little Brussels sprouts. So it's looking like they're starting. They're slow, but they're there. Alright, and the one promising broccoli plant here. So that's the nicest one we have. But still waiting for it to form. Should be forming in here. It's slow, but just keep waiting on her, and hopefully it turns out. The zucchinis, we actually did harvest 3 of them. They're not as big as they could have been. Could have waited a couple days, but we were afraid some sort of pest would have gone to them. I find this cool. There's a yellow one down here. I guess it's the species, or that's the type of it's supposed to be. I wasn't actually aware of that, but it's pretty freaking cool. A yellow zucchini. So there's a normal one there. Aside from that, the only thing we have is these two plants on the side. All the leaves are drying up. We are watering them quite well, so we're not sure what's been happening. This has to be the most brutal vlog I've done out here all year. So many mosquitoes and in the rush, so I didn't put any mosquito repellent. I regret that decision. All right, over here, remember I was saying the carrots on this end seem to grow way better. Well, we think we just figured out that it's because if you look at the back behind our garden, a bunch of trees, so it seems like half of the garden is getting a lot of shade, so all of the front side of the garden is quite nicer. Even if you look over there, the tomatoes, you can see they're sloping down, but if you look at these, they're nice. So hopefully the actual carrots will be nice and big. We still haven't actually been through them to thin them out, but we will eventually. Alright, and the bush beans, let's go have a look in the middle here. Like, check them out. They're growing. Oh wait, I found the bigger one here. There's a few nice ones here too. The snap peas, I mean, I did show you guys last week we had quite a bit. We did come out a couple days ago, got them all. I mean, there's a ton of them. Let me just switch to the other one here and you can kind of have a look. Like, a few of them grew quite as tall, but not all of them. But they're still producing really well. Alright, so for the kale, remember they were doing quite horribly. We finally actually planted a whole lot more. Last video I wasn't sure exactly what was planted there, but it was all kale. I forgot. I'm going to go ahead and show you guys that. So this is the old spot there with the kale. So we got one plant that's doing well. We'll actually get something out of one. And probably the second one. But aside from that, like, I'm not really sure why that one's looking so weird. But nothing else really grew here. The ones I did say that we planted are all over here. So they're all starting. Except in this corner here, the row should be still going. Something ate the tops of them as soon as they came out. And over here, we had planted cucumbers when we took out all the lettuce. But as you can see, one of them, it's there, but it's been eaten. And the other one's starting, so maybe we'll get one of them. This spinach that's all bolted, I mean, it's still good. We tried it the other day just to see. Just gotta have some time to come harvest it all. And back here, the basil. We're actually gonna have something after all. So we'll have a little bit of basil here. We gotta get another haircut for this parsley. But there's quite a bit. So that's gonna be nice. And the oregano. It's starting up again. So that's the garden for this week. So hope you like this weekly update here. I'm hoping you've seen the other one so you can compare a little bit what it was before and where it's at now. I'm still gonna try and get them every week, but it's getting pretty busy here at the end of the summer. a lot of plans, so I may end up having to skip a week, but I'll do my best. And aside from that, if you haven't subscribed already, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. I'll be sharing more of these videos. And yeah, have a good one.